Let's do a little setup, which is nothing but to wear this coat. Oh my god. So I'm gonna keep these two glasses in front of me. Hello. And use them as my, stand. And the big thing that I started to do when I was noticing a difference was creating to-do lists. And I'm just gonna share stuff with you. And this made me realize something that I'm good at probably is building from nothing, and something I'm extremely interested and proud of is the fact that the ability to build from nothing. You have no idea. I don't know what my goals are, I don't know what my passion is, I don't have work, I don't have projects, where do I even get started if I want to do anything in life? And I found the simple answer was in routine and discipline. I'll show you my to-do list. The day I started my to-do list, what I said that I liked about it was my journal. Can I share it with you? I wrote it on the 6th. I think that's when I started, and it made a lot of sense to me. I said, definitely pretty productive, made a to-do list for today. I've completed much of it by now. This is a good way to strategically spend your day. I believe in the power of routine and compounding effect. That's what I'm playing on. Not sure what direction to head, LA or business. Both confuse me, but I've decided to take it step by step and move forward with conviction. That's smart, but hard. Things are moving, even though I might not be able to see it. But all I've got to focus on is effort and hard work. And more than anything, consistent effort and consistent hard work. Persevering in the practice and sincerely taking on every challenge and forging my life. I must spare no effort, and the path will always open forward. And I said I'll do this with the wings of wisdom, courage, confidence, and composure. And yeah, so this was the planning. This was the mindset behind doing a routine, because I understand if I want to have a successful year, break it down, I gotta have successful months. To have a successful month, gotta have a successful week. And to have a successful week, gotta have a successful day. It's okay, a year might seem overwhelming, but not a day. And I'm a person, I'll do something if I'm told to do something. I can't think of things and do them on my own. I struggle with it massively. So, and I've also heard the way to have a great morning is to have it, you have a great morning the night before. So the night before I would plan, so what is it that I want to hit tomorrow? So when I'm waking up, I'm not just left in the open, okay, now what do we do? I have my to-do list, and I'm all right, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and there would be about 7 to 8, 10, however many things. And once I'm done with them, I've had a successful day. I don't have to beat myself up about the free time I'm having, if I'm watching a TV show, if I'm going out with friends, as long as I've done this. So this made a lot of sense to me. And like I said, I have to do it with conviction, because so many times, I even posted a video of Kevin O'Leary talking about, habits of millionaires, very cheesy, but it was true. He said it was discipline, it was routine. And it might sound really mundane, because on a day-to-day basis, you can't see things moving. Just a plant, if you're watering the plant every day and you're looking at it, you're wow, it's not fucking growing. But when you watch it over a course of a month, a year, it grows. You can see a significant growth and change and improvement. So just like that, that's why you need conviction. When you're doing shit, you can't feel bad about it. You've got to know that even though I don't see things moving, I'm gonna rely on my effort, and I know that every effort, every cause has an effect. So that's what's happening these days. And to show you my to-do list was, now you can see that read. Earlier I didn't read for 30 minutes. But instead of putting a time cap on it, I said read something impactful. Even if it's a 10-line fucking article, and if it stayed with me, if it's oh my god, I learned something new today, then I've completed my task of reading, instead of pushing myself to read for 30 minutes. And when you read something really strong and impactful, I need time to digest it. I can't just be reading impactful shit left and right. Then nothing stays with you. So that made a huge difference. Then affirmations, I've started to write my affirmations down, because I saw that I was struggling with belief and conviction. So I said, do your fucking exercise. We know so much about neurology and how things in your brains work. So repeating things over and over and over and over again work. So I wasn't able to do it in the mirror, and I used to do that back in the day, Now I decide to write. Like, I'm extremely focused and I feel like I'm doing something, like, I'm present when I'm writing. So I decided to write. The two affirmations that, like, one is something that I will accomplish, and one is like lots of adjectives that I would like to be. And I would write them 10 times and just show you how that's going. This is what it looks like. I was super conscious to share this because I was like, it's kind of personal. But I realized that so many, like, I've learned through people. Like, Jake shared his affirmations, things that he wrote up on the mirror, things that he wrote in his shower, and Logan, and so many different people. And I was like, wow, I'm sure it's super personal to them as well. But if they didn't share it, I would not get that insight. So even though I believe in like jinx and shit like that, but I'm gonna share it anyway, because if it even makes a difference in one person's life, it's worth it. Okay, so the first one was, I will be the most powerful candidate on the Forbes 30 under 30 list in the next 3 years. And I wrote it like, I was writing it 10 times, but since the page had more space, I started doing it 11 times, like extra effort. So I would just write it over and over and over again. Then I was writing these adjectives. So it went like, I am resolute, I am articulate, conditioned, sincere, diligent, powerful, impactful, an innovator, a disruptor. And it's been a great exercise. Like, I believe in it and I like it. You can see it. Right, so these were the affirmations aspect. And these really cute diaries my dad somehow got for New Year's. They're all like, they can all like close, there's black, there's blue, and I just took all of them. I love like notebooks and diaries, cute ones. Okay, so the first one is something. The second one is read something impactful. The third one is doing your affirmations. The fourth one is journaling. These are all like really, really like grassroots level things that build your core. And that's why I decided to focus on them. Like, if my foundation is strong, anything I do on top of it is like, all of this would influence that. So journal, it was either written or videos. I was either writing or I was recording these videos and posting them. Then it was course and business, which meant invest your time. And I'm doing a course which is I've mentioned it. It's called How to Do a Startup. It's by Ankur Bariku. It's excellent, excellent, excellent. So I thought I'm either going to invest my hour over there, or if I'm not doing a course, I should do something business related. Either I'm reading Forbes, either I'm like just reading like some business shit just to build up on that asset of mine, right? Then it was build your network. This was huge. Like, I wrote this as a to-do list, but I was reaching out to people, but I wasn't doing it on a consistent basis. Like, one day I would just reach out to like 8 people, and you might feel like, oh my god, just 8, but you reach out to those 8 people after going through fucking like 50, 60 people. And then I decided, wow, I can reach out to these 8 people. And for the longest time, it's been almost like a month that I have been trying to reach out to people and wasn't hearing from them. But anytime when you're reaching out to people, when you're playing with this, it's all a numbers play. It's a probability play. You reach out to 10, not respond. You reach out to 20, not respond. You reach out to 30, 2 people respond. One of them actually finalizes. And then he fucking cancels. True story, by the way. So either you get fucking disappointed, oh my god, what the fuck, life's so unfair, or you're like, fuck that shit. Gotta reach out to the next 30 to reach the 2 to get the 1. And start doing that. So writing this as a to-do list, like build your network, I was disciplined to reach every day, make sure that I'm reaching out to 10 people. So even though those 10 people did not reply to me today, tomorrow it's the next 10. New hope. Next 10 and next 10. So, you're not hung up on people. Like, oh my god, the people are not replying to me. There are fucking so many people. So that was huge for me, building a network. Then this new thing that is within a game changer and is really cute, it's self-care. Like, one day I got to do something which is like self-care related. And one day you can do something 2, 3, 4 days. And then I'm like, wow, what else does my life need? And I started reading about things, like how to do self-care, and just doing one thing every day makes a lot of difference. Like, you're doing something for yourself, for your body, for your mind, because you love yourself. So this was great. So I did like face masks. I got this amazing coffee scrub, which is to die for. I and my sister both have like strawberry legs and hands. So the scrubbing thing, oh my god, that scrub gives me an orgasm. It's so great. It smells fucking amazing. It just feels great. My body was so smooth. Boy, it was great. So, small things like that, like just I'm pushing my boundaries. So even if it's something like take care of yourself, like I just know how to do 5 things. I'm like, no, because I'm doing it every day. I have to brainstorm on, okay, like how am I gonna do something that is gonna be for me? So it was really interesting. Then was workout plus shower. Um, Even just having like I said, if you tell me to do something, I'll learn it. Like one day I was reading this book and it said that youth become trilingual. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna learn a new language. And that was the whole lockdown time when COVID was really on its peak. So I picked up Korean and I learned how to read and write in Korean in like 3 weeks or something. And it was great. I was like, wow, I think I'm recognizing my weak points and my strengths. Like I need to be told what to do. So I was like, might as well, I should tell myself what the fuck to do. And then the last one was a K TV show, which is a Korean TV show. Like ended on a good note, reward myself, and I just felt really full. So the first couple of days were great, and then life happens, and you're not able to complete them, and so and so. But what the great thing about it is I can always come back to it. Like, of course, you can't go from like being 10% commitment to 100% commitment, but you can definitely go from 10 to 30, 30 to 35, then 60, up like step by step by step. So I'm also like not punishing myself, not eating myself up, but I'm like, it's okay, you're gonna do it, because the time you spent with my friend Norris, that was also extremely ROI positive for me in like my life. It might even fucking help me in business and stuff. She's taught me so much about life and about myself, and I've discovered a new I've learned and I've grown and I've exchanged some lives with someone. It was impactful. That was strong. It was so fucking worth it. So that made a lot of sense. Instead of giving up on myself, like, fuck man, I'm not disciplined. I can never do a to-do list. I'll never be able to, commit. You just pivot. You do something, you're doing something great for the 4 days. 5th day you fail, get up back the 6th. I would just give up. I'm like, oh, I'm just fucking, I'm a loser. I can, you're just feeding off of that negativity. So it's really important to learn how to pick yourself back up. And I'll come to a place where I'm never, ever, 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 ever missing any of these. And then if I would have like extra priorities, and I learned this from, again, Kevin O'Leary, he always calls sticky notes very non-tech, and he's very like proud about it. And he says, like just having your sticky notes on anything that you need to do throughout the day. Like, I had to make a payment. I had to create one video. I had to clean my bathroom floor. Something super like chill like that. I had just written it. And because I could see it, I had no chance to forget it. And if I did not do this on this day, I made it a point to take it back, carry it over to the next day and complete it. So it kept me really like productive and in check and just like doing. But I want to talk about like if you don't know where to begin, you begin with yourself. If you're like, wow, I have nothing to work on, you have yourself to work on. You work on your mind, you work on your heart, you work on your work ethic, and small things like that. You like put yourself in uncomfortable positions, like work out. I hate working out. I would just fucking put on my headphones, sit on a cycle, and I'm like, fuck, I guess I gotta go, and things like that. So that. Oh, I've scheduled a podcast for tomorrow. Finally. And it's with a director. And I think he's into like content creation and stuff. He also has a podcast, but I'll get to know more about, what he does. He is currently in Honolulu, which is Hawaii, but I think he's from Boston otherwise. So I'm excited about it because if I get this interview tomorrow, that means I had to go through all that shit. All those motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. All those people who canceled on me. People who, like left you on unseen. People who didn't even open your message. People who do not even get your message, anything. They have to go through so much shit to get this one interview. That's the conversion rate, So it's important and I hope it's fucking great. And something I was really scared of is, I've not admitted it, it's one of my biggest fucking failures, is my last 4 podcasts, the audio just wiped away. I don't know how the fuck that happened. And it was extremely traumatizing for me to figure it out. I was baffled by the fact that how did the fuck 1, okay, 2, but 4? I don't think I can't talk about it, but I don't know what happened. One of them was an extremely, extremely fucking important person that I reached to, and it took me a year to reach to someone that close. But fuck, man. So I'm really scared about tomorrow. I hope it goes well. I hope I'm attentive. I hope there are no fucking technical errors and glitches and shit. And the network is good and everything's great. So that we can actually like make something out of it and create something. I've obviously been off my A game for a really long time. So I'll be connecting with the person after a long, long time. And I'm confident that I'll do a good job, but still you never know what happened, you know. I'm a person who's really dependent on the other person's energy. So if they're really like closed off, this and that, I'll just be like, oh my God, what do I do? So I really need to be in a very, 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 very different mindset to be really sharp and alert and articulate and everything, you know, like that just presence of mind to be able to act on like in the moment. And it's very impromptu, you know, so you never know how it turns up. So I hope that's good. But today was really like whatever day, nothing productive at all. I mean, I did my affirmations, this and that. But I have so much more that I need to do, and I just need to be able to catch momentum. I think that's something I'm really, really struggling with. And I feel like after having like a podcast or two, when I'm interacting with another individual who's in the same industry, who's working and stuff, like exchanging those ideas, exchanging energies helps me a lot. Like I thrive on it. So that'll really let me know, you know, what would be my next move, where do I want to head, and all sorts of things. Or at least just make me feel better, like, yeah, man, I did something massive, like I made a move and things like that. I want to thank everyone for watching the video. My last video got like 40-50 views. I'm like, boy, who is watching? I was like, only 3 people watch my videos, but fuck it. And I think I mentioned a really interesting fact where I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, wow, why don't I care about views and stuff like that right now? And for what reason or for what purpose was it documenting when it's like just very ambiguous? It's just all here and there, just me talking shit. Like, you know, who cares? What quality content is this? But I realized that the reason I was doing it wasn't these videos are actually not for now. But these videos are probably 7 years from now. You can watch back, and when I've accomplished shit, when I've done shit, you can look back. And I'm trying to leave blueprints, not blueprint, like leave a blueprint of what's going down, what's happening, what is the reality, documenting my journey. And the journey is only relevant when you've done some shit, you know. Like imagine Drake recording and being like this before he hit and he became Drake, you know. So I always think of that tangent, and that's what these videos are for, you know. They're just documentation of what's happening, you know, what's up, and what are the realities like of doing anything at all. And I've learned this from BTS because I love watching them so much. They would do these V lives and stuff like that, where 10 years ago, okay, where you would just see them talking about like, you know, I'm cold, I'm hungry, I want to go home. And today when you see them, like, oh my God, you know, you're so fucking untouchable and all sorts of things. But now you see them and they're just amazing and about their shit. But it's all documented. And you see, wow, they weren't always about their shit. They weren't always like this. It was a huge, like, massive, like, effort, hard work. It was a journey. But what's amazing is you can see that journey. And I thought that was fucking remarkable. And I've always, like, that's been my biggest wish, is to create that. So these things I am doing are like little small glimpses of trying to recreate that. So I guess that's what today's video is on. But I'm a little out of my zone today, but I still want to record and still wanted to say, you know, what's happening and what's up and what's the update. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll say bye now.